Mr. Gallagher.
I'd like to make a slightly different argument than some of my colleagues. I don't think this is primarily about spending time together. I don't think it's about partisanship. I don't think it's about technology, as the majority leader argued. I think it's just about the truth. Because when you proxy vote, I've never proxied, but my understanding is you have to sign a piece of paper that says, I am unable to physically attend proceedings in the House chamber due to the ongoing public health emergency, i.e. coronavirus. That's what you're signing your name to, right? There's no dispute about that. It's clear in the language. So we know, notwithstanding Mr. Negussi, who I think is the exception that proves the rule today, the overwhelming majority of members proxy voting are lying when they sign this piece of paper. We've all heard the anecdotes of people going to fundraisers, Democrats and Republicans, by the way. I'm not saying only the other side has abused this. Let me prove this to you mathematically, why this is a massive lie. The average number of proxy votes on a normal day in Congress, a full day like today, is about 68 if you crunch the numbers. Magically, on fly-in and fly-out days, those numbers skyrocket to around 100. So what happened? Are people getting COVID on Mondays, Tuesdays, or Thursday, Fridays, but not Wednesdays? No. They're abusing proxy voting so they can have a longer weekend, right? Because it's an inconvenience to come to D.C. and in the process signing their name to a lie on this piece of paper. Now, if you want to make a different argument, right? I actually think Mr. Perlmutter has made a high integrity argument. He openly says he wants a more libertarian system where everyone can proxy vote. I disagree, but that's an entirely different thing. Then you need to advance a proposal whereby people can sign their names saying, I need to proxy vote because of X, Y, Z, not because of COVID, because it's not about COVID. Indeed, we just had at least 4 members of Congress on this panel admit against interest that it's not about COVID. It's about birthdays, graduation parties. It's about the birth of children. It's about climate change. It's about strokes. That's a different thing. So I actually concede the point to the chairman that I'm not suggesting proxy voting is causing this unprecedented polarization, if that's even true that we're unprecedented in our polarization. I think it is exacerbating a lack of trust in the institution because so many members are lying. I mean, put differently, right? One argument was made that we're disenfranchising voters if their members can't proxy. Are you not disenfranchising voters if you're lying to them? Or someone made an appeal to the integrity of the institution, and if you proxy vote, that we're going to be able to have more options and it will retain the integrity of the institution in a modern age. How can you maintain the integrity of the institution if you're institutionalizing lies? It makes no sense. So I'm happy to have the different argument about proxy voting for other reasons. I will still oppose it. And if you put forward that proposal, I suspect you'd lose that vote. But there is no question. It is obvious and inarguable to the point of being self-evident now that people are abusing proxy voting. And every single day we're countenancing scores of lies by our colleagues. If nothing else, we have to change what's on this piece of paper and stop lying. And with that, I yield.